So you come home with your brand spanking new baby. They cry a lot. You assume that this is normal. Well, because they are a newborn, you begin to wonder, is it normal? I think my baby has colic. If this is you, watch this video to learn what is colic and most importantly, what you can do to help your infant who is colicky. What's up guys? It's Marissa, mom and founder of Noble Baby Wellness, where I focus on everything that has to do with your infant's digestive wellness. And I bet you're kind of wondering, Marissa, how do you know so much about digestive health in infants? So I experienced it firsthand with my own son. He had a ton of digestive issues, a ton of colic, and it was so overwhelming. And from going through the process, I wanted to help other moms who are going through the exact same thing or something similar regarding their infant's digestive wellness. So I wanted to kind of shed some light and support moms who are going through this right now. If you're loving any kind of this content, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe down below and don't forget to hit that notification bell because if you don't, you will never know when I'm posting new videos. All right, check this one out. How do I know if my baby has colic? While working and designing my signature course, I was doing a lot of research on colic and looking up definitions of colic because I wanted to give a really good definition, but all of the definitions that you Google are completely wrong. Like, holy smokes, I can't believe how freaking wrong some of the definitions that are on these well-known websites are wrong. So I wanted to make my own definition of what colic is. Basically, colic is painful spasms that happen in the gastrointestinal tract, which is the small intestine or the large intestine, but usually it tends to happen in the small intestine. It can range from mild to severe spasms, and it's accompanied by crying, gas, bloating, and there can be some relief when gas passes or bowel movement happens. Colic is also a sign of a digestive disturbance. And now you're thinking, well, Marissa, I know what colic is, but what do I do if my baby has colic? There are a few Band-Aid solutions. Band-Aid solutions are temporary, meaning they only help for a short period of time. It's not really going to fix the colic. And Band-Aid solutions are only going to treat the symptom, which is the colic and the painful gas and the spasms. It's actually not looking at what is causing the spasms and the colic in the first place. These Band-Aid solutions, aka colic treatments like gripe water, anti-colic bottles, what a lie, different burping and feeding techniques may work for a short period of time and maybe longer. Sometimes they don't even work at all, like the anti-colic bottles. I don't know who came up with that foolishness and good marketing because I bought like 4 different types of anti-colic bottles or gas-free bottles and Liam was still crying and colicky. So however, when you are a parent and you see your little one suffering, you want to do something ASAP because you want them to feel better. You want them to have relief. You don't want to see them suffering, especially as a parent and a mother. Like, holy smokes, you want to do something right now. So my favorite, most favorite is castor oil. And the only time that I opt to use Band-Aid solutions for my son, for myself, and for my clients' little ones is natural remedies because they can actually honor the body instead of forcing it to do something it's not supposed to, and actually expel gas that is causing them pain and discomfort. So castor oil is literally the best colic treatment ever, period, ever. It is so fantastic, and I wish I knew about castor oil massages when Liam was born because holy crap, I would have had a way different experience in those first few months if I knew about castor oil massages, because what it actually does is help expel the gas out of the intestinal tract. And if constipation is going on or that trapped stool is causing them colic pain, it's gonna actually stimulate the bowels to release gas and release stool. There are also some really, really great herbs that you can use that are completely safe for infants, especially newborns. So there's fennel, anise, and chamomile, and those are all really fantastic antispasmodic herbs. However, if you are interested in using them, please contact a herbal medicine practitioner, a nutritionist who has experience with using herbal remedies, because not every infant is going to need the exact same dosage and the exact same amount. So it's best to be working with somebody who knows what they're doing when it comes to herbal remedies. But let me tell you the best colic treatment in the world. Are you ready to know? Make sure you hit that like button before you continue. Like I just mentioned, all of those remedies, gripe water, anti-colic bottles, castor oil massages, and herbs are all band-aid solutions to help them feel better right this second. But it's not going to address why the colic is happening in the first place. So what you need to do, which is my best, most important new mom tip, is find out what's causing it. Once you find out what's causing it, you will eliminate colic altogether. This is known as the root cause or causes, because sometimes there can be more than one cause to the colic. Let's take a look and see what could be causing it. When it came to my son, he was reacting to the formula we were giving him. We tried a ton of different formulas to play around and see what was going on, and we noticed that when we switched to reduced lactose, lactose-free, there was a little bit of a difference, but not much. We switched to soy, a little bit of a difference, still colicky, but I would still never ever recommend anybody giving their infant, especially a male, soy formula. Just don't do it, please. So once we switched his formula to a better digestible formula, he was like a new baby. I'm not even kidding. Like, I was like, where's my crying baby gone to? Like, I couldn't believe it, because I was so used to listening to him cry and constantly be in pain and struggling, that once we switched him to the more digestible formula, I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it, but it was so fantastic. It was, so great. It was so great. This is the same for many of my other clients. Their infants experience colic and digestive disturbances because of the commercial brands of formula that they are being given. They can't digest these formulas. There's too many large molecules for their immature digestive system to actually digest properly. So I strongly recommend looking into goat's milk formula, because that is the easiest for them to digest. If you got a breastfed babe, you should be taking a look at what you're consuming, mom, because whatever you're consuming is passing through your breast milk and causing some digestive irritation, digestive disturbance, which is the colic. So taking a look, keeping a food journal to track what you're consuming, and seeing if you can correlate it with the colic, and see if you can put them two together to find out what is causing it. Because once you keep a food journal, it's a lot easier to navigate and track down and narrow down what is causing the colic. And if you got a solid fed babe, chances are it's something they are consuming, or, this is a big or, if you're still breastfeeding or formula feeding, those are the two things you should also be considering, even though you've introduced solids to them. Could be the solids, could be the formula, could be something that mom's consuming. And it's an important job to take a look at all aspects, especially when you've had a child that you've started introducing solids to. It's really important for you to look at all of those different aspects to narrow down what is causing that colic. When colic is happening for an infant, what is really going on in the body is they can't digest something that they're being given. So that ends up getting to their small intestine and fermenting, which is starting to create gas in the process of fermentation. Like if you've ever seen how beer is made, how wine is made, fermentation happens. And when that happens, the bacteria in the digestive tract, or the bacteria of when you're making beer or wine, starts eating the sugar. And especially when it comes to formula-fed babies, there's a lot of sugar in formula. So the bacteria in their intestinal tract starts eating those sugars and creating gas and flourishing and creating more gas and fermenting and causing bloating and then possibly constipation or diarrhea, depending on how badly the body wants to get something out. So that is what's actually going on when an infant is experiencing colic. It's what they're consuming is fermenting in their gut and causing them this discomfort. I know this is a lot to take in, especially if you're a new mom and you're kind of like, oh my gosh, I can barely focus eating my lunch, never mind listening and trying to implement what Marissa is talking about. So if you do need some further support and guidance, please feel free to reach out, book a free discovery call where you can chit chat further and talk about the next steps that you can take to get rid of their colic for good. Bye colic, bye. We don't want you no more. So if you guys want to have that support and that guidance, send me an email at marissa@noblebabywellness.com. Send me a DM, comment down below, whatever the heck works for you, I'm here. All right, people, that is it for my video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe down below, and hit that bell so you know when I'm posting another one. See ya.